Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 17, which is entitled as Shraddha-traya vibhava yoga, the three types of faith. Sloka 18, Part 2. Satkāra-māna-pūjārthaṁ tapo dambhena caiva yat kriyate tadiha proktaṁ rājasaṁ calam adhruvam. Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. These people who are predominantly in mode of passion, being influenced by the mode of passion, they perform austerity, which is also ends up in being austerity in mode of passion, because they expect respect, glorification, and worship by they doing such austerity and penance. They don't understand that the result is perishable and also brings fear about the temporary nature of the reward. These people doesn't understand that they have to put lot of effort to get a result which is unstable and temporary. Rather, if they perform simple process which can give them a result which is stable and permanent. That is to say, if one wants to go to heavenly planet, the process is not easy. It's very difficult. And after they obtain the result which is going to heavenly planet, then it is not a permanent place for them. It's a temporary place. It's unstable. Whereas if one wants to go into the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, the process is not difficult. It is simple. And the result one gets is stable and permanent. Moreover, the person who is interested to go to heavenly planet, he performs a particular puja, yaga in this earthly planet. By that, he gets rewarded to be in heavenly planet for some time. But when he is there, he is not going to continue or he is not going to do that puja which he did in the earthly planet, because that stopped, that's done, and he got the result. Whereas in the process of bhakti, the bhakti is performed in this earthly planet, and one attains the spiritual world, the bhakti continues over there as well. Now that it's stopped, the service continues. So the result of obtaining heaven is unstable, it's temporary, and to obtain the heavenly planet, the process itself is very difficult, and once they reach the heaven, their process is stopped. Whereas for the devotee, the process is simple. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and follow the basic principles. Do things for the satisfaction of Krishna. The end result is Vaikuntha, which is stable and permanent, unlike the heavenly planet, which is going to be destroyed at one point. And importantly, the service continues. Let's understand more on this calam and adhruvam. Say I take a vacation from work to go to some nice place for a couple of weeks. And then over there, everything is so very nice. No email checking, no phone calls. Everything is natural. There are so many things to enjoy. But after 1 week, there's a fear that this enjoyment is going to be over in another one more week. The fear that the reward, the enjoyment can fade away at any time will keep me haunting. That is calam. Sometimes at work, people say when they come back from their vacation, I'm happy to be back. Or some directly say, I wish I had one more week. So we should know that when a penance austerity is done out of passion, it is very unstable and temporary. But for that, one has to really work hard. A lot of energy, money, time are spent here in this world. Even if one thing goes wrong in the process, in the procedure, one will not get the result of going to heaven, because they have a very strict checklist. Even if we have done everything perfectly, after going there, our stay over there is not permanent. People wrongly have idea that going to heaven is the ultimate goal, or even they think that heaven is Vaikunta. We see this among some people on Vaikunta Ekadashi. In many Vishnu temple, they have a big door, and on that particular Ekadashi, they open the door and people rush through that door. That door is to Vaikunta, but many say that it is Swargadwara, the doors to heaven. But one should know it is not door to heaven, it's door to Vaikunta. There's a huge difference between Vaikunta and heaven. We have spent a lot of time in learning about the spiritual world and the material world in the previous chapters. In chapter 13, we spoke about the material world, and in chapter 15, we spoke about the spiritual world. One who goes to spiritual world, Sri Vaikuntham, they never return back into this world to take birth again. Whereas one who goes to a heavenly planet, for sure one must come back into this world taking another body. The fact is that the residents of heaven doesn't want us to be there permanently. It's like they want to give job opportunity to the locals, not to the migrants. This is said as a joke. Please do not take this as a serious political comment. When a person reaches the heaven over there, not that he is going to get the complete enjoyment of Indras and others, they will get a little sample of what they enjoy. And when the time comes, when our credits are over, we will be thrown out of the heaven without any courtesy. When we become aware that we will be thrown out of the heaven one day, then our mood of enjoyment will turn into fear. For the rest of the remaining period, we will be just in fear that we are going to lose this enjoyment. There was a story narrated in the Puranas. A king by name Yayati, who reached the heaven due to his pious deeds. Indra was not always happy to have anyone else, and who is always fearful about his position, want to do something to Yayati so he doesn't stay there for long period. So he asked Yayati a question, that during your period in earth, who was glorified as Sarvabhauma, an universal emperor, a great man? And during his period, it was Yayati himself who was considered to be Sarvabhauma. Therefore, he said, I was glorified as Sarvabhauma. And Indra immediately caught the point, and he said that you are doing self-glorification, therefore you are not fit to be here. Indra sent him back to the earthly planet. But the problem with the question is, if Yayati has not told that it was he, it was someone else out of humility, even then Indra would have sent him out of heaven, because that is not the truth. It was Yayati who was Sarvabhauma. So whether Yayati said the truth or is said otherwise out of humility, in both cases he would have been thrown out of the heaven. And that's how Indra functions. The Devatas over there are waiting to kick us off from the heaven. By the way, we should know that it is not so easy to go to heaven. The process is longer and difficult. But if at all we go there, soon we have to come back here. But in the spiritual world, the Lord, unlike Indra, is very eagerly waiting for our arrival every single day. When we go there, He embraces us tightly and treats us as His own self, and He bestows us with 8 of His qualities: apahata papa, vijaraha, vimrutyuhu, vishokaha, vijigatsaha, apipasaha, satyakamaha, satyasankalpaha. That is, we'll be free of all sins, no old age, no death, no sorrow, no hunger, no thirst. Our desires are fulfilled and all our will come true. None of these are the case when we go to the heavenly planet. So we have to make a decision whether am I going to struggle here to go to higher planetary system and be there for some time like a slave and get thrown back into this material world, or we want to do simple process of devotional service with enthusiasm and go to the spiritual world where we can be the king of devotional service for rest of the eternity with no fear, but only with full of bliss forever. To conclude, when a person does penance for the sake of earning mental respect, verbal glorification, and physical adoration from others, desiring the fruits of their action and being very self-praising, such austerity is called rajasic. With that kind of austerity, what one gets is perishable results, and also fear about the temporary nature of the result that they have received will haunt the person, that this is going to end one day. In the next sloka, we will learn about the penance, austerity, which is done in mode of ignorance, tamoguna. Satkāra-māna-pūjārthaṁ tapo dambhena caiva yat kriyate tadiha proktaṁ rājasaṁ calam adhruvam. Namaste. Hare Krishna.